Dreadlock Tag, take 3! This is my third time round answering the Dreadlock Tag, but we're now 9 years into my Dreadlock journey. So let's see what Dreadlock related questions we can answer. If you're interested in answering the Dreadlock Tag questions yourself, you can find them in the description section below. Feel free to make your own Dreadlock Tag video or just reply in the comments. Question 1. Do you remember the specific moment that you decided to dread your hair? Specifically, no. It was 9 years ago. Well, I guess when I was thinking about starting dreadlocks, I was 14. I don't know what I was thinking when I was 14. I guess it was because I was bored of having regular long hair. When you're 14 and you have long hair, even if you're a guy, you still look kind of girly. So I wanted to change things up, but didn't want to have short hair. But the specific things running through my mind at the time, lost to the ether. Question 2. What method, if any, did you use to start your dreadlocks? Everyone wants to know what method I used to start my dreadlocks, because clearly I know what I'm doing. They were started with backcomb method, which I recommend, but also started with wax, which I don't recommend. So don't follow everything that I do. Question 3. How old are your dreadlocks? As mentioned at the beginning, they are 9 years old now. In fact, they turned 9 in June, so they're older than 9 years old. They'd be a little bit longer if I'd never trimmed them in those 9 years, but this is what we're at now, a rather impractical length, 9-year-old dreadlocks. Question 4. What is your longest and shortest dread? Longest is it a tie maybe between, I don't know, maybe one of these, and shortest maybe this one. So these lengths. Do you have any dreadlocks that are specifically unique, strange or awesome? Aren't they all specifically unique, strange or awesome, I guess? This one's pretty thick and goes into 4 things on the end. In fact, I have so many that split into 2, or I used to, because they used to all split into 2 because I let them all Congo, but then I cut off one of the ends, so I guess they're pretty boring, most of them now. This one used to be blonde-ish. I bleached it for a video several years ago, but as you can see, that's how much is still sort of bleached, and this is how much that has grown out since we made that video, so I guess that's kind of strange or unique. Question 6. How many dreads do you have currently? Is that the same number that you started out with? I have around 40. I think it's like 37, 38 or 39. It depends whether you're counting roots or tips, but around 40 is about as accurate as I want to get, and that's not the number I started out with. I started out with 72, and over the years they've kind of combined together and we're just left with sub 40 now. Maybe one day I'll just be left with one giant single dread. Let's hope not. Question 7. What shampoo or products do you use on your dreadlocks? I use varying shampoos. I test out lots of different ones for review purposes. I guess my favorite ones, I often go back to Dreadlocks as shampoos and Super Dreads as shampoos. Other products that I use in my hair, I like to soak them in ACV bicarb rinses, and I am fond of sprays, specifically the Refresh spray from Dreadlocks. I also like moisturizing my dreads with Dreadlocks' conditioning oil. Question 8. How often do you wash your dreads? I never wash my dreads. You don't wash dreadlocks. They're filthy and disgusting. Has no one ever told you about them? No. I wash my dreads usually 2 to 3 times a week. It depends on what I'm doing, whether I can be bothered. Like if I've not really done anything, maybe once or twice a week. If I've been particularly not lazy, then 2 to 3 times. It varies, but at least a few times a week. Question 9. Do you do any regular maintenance on your dreads? No, I do nothing. I wash them, I dry them, and I separate them very rarely, hence why I had 72 and now I have less than 40. But other than that, no maintenance. Ever. Question 10. Favorite beads or decorations? I have a few different beads or decorations. I have none in at the moment. I often find that I don't have any in when I'm doing videos because I take them out every time I wash my hair and usually forget to put them back in. But I do have some videos on beads and decorations dotted around on my channel. There are a few crafty people that have made me some really cool beads and decorations that I post about, so you should check them out when things like that come up. If your dreads had their own personal motto, what would it be? They're lazy. They wouldn't have the time to think up a personal motto. It would just be Zeds. 12. If you could start a new set of dreads, what would you do differently? I would not put any wax or related products anywhere near my hair. I did not start my dreads in a good way, and I would not like to repeat it. I guess if I was to start over now, I would go natural, neglect, freeform, because I just probably couldn't be bothered. Not interested in going any other route, I think. 13. Is there anything else that is unique or strange about your appearance? Tattoos, piercings, etc. I have no piercings, and I have one tattoo, which is upside down if you look at it that way. I have one In Flames tattoo here. That's it. Otherwise, pretty boring. 14. How many people do you know personally with dreadlocks? I know a few these days. I know Kristen, who has made lots of the music for this YouTube channel, and I know several people from the Dreadlock Truth Forum. We've met up a few times now for Dreadlock Truth Forum meetings, meetups, get-togethers. You should definitely check out the Dreadlock Truth Forum if you're interested in finding other dreadlocky people. Oh, I've also, you know, met people through doing this stuff. A few. 15. Have any employers turned you down because of your dreadlocks, or employed you specifically because of your dreadlocks? I don't know. I've never been in a situation where someone has said specifically, you can't have this job because you have dreadlocks, but then again, I'm not sure they're legally allowed to. I can't say that anyone has hired me because I have dreadlocks, but I have been hired to a position in the past because I have made dreadlock related YouTube videos. I got a job because I was a YouTuber, photographer type thing, so YouTube channel has been useful. 16. What's the weirdest question you've ever gotten about your dreads? I don't know about weirdest, but I guess one that I find quite funny is when I first started my dreadlocks and I was still in school, a girl was convinced that I got up every single morning and made my hair like this and then undid it every night before I went to bed. To think that I would get up every morning, spend hours on my hair, and then take it out again at the end of the day. Spoiler alert, I don't do that. 17. Have you ever had any freak accidents or embarrassments involving your dreadlocks? My entire life is a freak, embarrassing accident involving my dreadlocks. Specifically, there's probably countless times where Velcro and my hair haven't gotten along. Now that they're getting longer, there are times when I want to get up and I'm laying on them and I get stuck. But I guess nothing that's been like newsworthy calamitous. 18. Do you have any dreadlocked role models? If so, who? These days I don't think I do. I don't know whether it's normal to have a role model. Well, I guess it's not normal to have a role model who's a role model simply because of their hair. I could have a role model who happens to have dreadlocks, but no one springs to mind. Sorry. 19. What dreadlocked YouTubers could you see yourself hanging out with? Actually, quite a few. And I've met a few people now that have dreadlocks and happen to make YouTube videos. Maybe not specifically dreadlock related YouTube videos, but I've met people. I'm happy to meet any people, but I'm awkward like saying people's names on video because I don't want to put them on the spot, because what if they like actually secretly hate me, and that would be awkward, wouldn't it? 20. Who are you gonna tag? Don't never tagged anyone at the end of these videos for the same reason as before, because I'm like, well, what if I tag them and then they think that I'm a complete dork and they don't do it back because they're like, I'm not doing anything that he says. But if you're watching this video, it would be very cool if you would like to answer one or all of the questions in the comments, or even extra super awesome if you want to answer it in a video. And if you link your videos below, I will watch all of your Dreadlock Tag video responses, so if that's encouragement, go for it. That was my Dreadlock Tag video version 3. I'll link in the description to the ones that I did in the past if you want to see me get gradually more and more awkward as time goes back and my dreadlocks slowly get shorter because I was younger at the time. Check those out if you're interested. If you like this video, found it helpful, useful, informative, do go ahead and click like or subscribe if you'd like to see more videos from myself in the future. But I'd like to thank you guys for sitting through this one. I'd like to thank you guys for watching. See you again next time. Farewell. I'm not ready. I'm not composed.
Wait, what?
What?
You were 13.
Was I not 14?
9 years ago.
14, 15.